Hello everybody, I am Mostly Nintendo Guy, and welcome back to more Plague Inc. Evolved. We're gonna go with the Neurax worm this time on Mega Brutal. The Neurax worm, manipulative organism that burrows into the brain. This is a rather unique form of plague. So for this, I'm gonna go with... Ooh, catalytic switch might be good for this one. Yeah, I'll stick with what I have here. This should be good. Symptostasis, yeah, that's good. All right, Mega Brutal. All right, that's okay. That's one of the random names that I used when I played this last time. So let me think of a good name for this one. Okay, MINDFREAK. There we go. All right, you are a new Neurax worm. All right. So once again, I'm going to start in Saudi Arabia because that's just my go-to country. Alright, MINDFREAK begins in Saudi Arabia. MINDFREAK has infected its first human. Okay, and a little bit of info. Okay, here we go. Neurax worm emerges. MINDFREAK is a Neurax worm, undiscovered for thousands of years. Now humans have entered its natural habitat and given it the means to spread. Alright. So with this being a very unique form of pathogen, we have unique transmissions, unique symptoms, and unique abilities. Some of the abilities are the same. We still got our standard cold, heat, and drug resistance. Right here, though, we have Trojan Plains. This is a very helpful ability. We'll get to it later on. I'll explain these symptoms the more I go on, because I think that'll just be easier. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and get transmissions. Let's see. I'm going to go with Concertina Locomotion. Ability to grip with portions of the body while pulling/pushing other sections allows faster movement outside host, increasing infectivity. And if you actually look in the bottom right, you can actually see the little Neurax worm on the brain right there, because this whole idea is that this is a mind-controlling worm. And there's a special win condition that I'm going to use in order to get myself a victory. Alright, so let's go for undulatory locomotion. Ability to propagate flexural waves along the length of worm allows an increase in speed and range outside host, increasing infectiousness. Perfect. Okay. And to build up some severity, I'm going to go ahead with neural breach. Breach the blood-brain barrier to allow access to the host brain. Causes dystonia, rapid eye blinking. Very good. Then we have Cerebral Tendrils. Tendril production in the cerebral cavities begins, enables increased control over host brain. The whole idea is that we're going to get more mind control as we go on. It should be good for symptoms now, so I'm going to go with Eggs 1. The Neurax worm produces eggs that are rejected from the host brain in the thousands, increasing infectiousness. Then I'm going to save it for Eggs 2. Honestly, I kind of find the Neurax worm to be one of the easier plagues to beat on Mega Brutal, and you'll see in a little bit. So I got Eggs 2. Eggs hatch when they experience an increase in warmth, likely due to nearby human activity, greatly increasing infection. Splendid. Rio Olympics Mystery, we all know about that. Alright. Should have enough. Okay, I'm going to go for a water. University debate controversy. Huge controversy erupts over university debate on whether it is fair for parents living off state benefits to give birth to children which they can't support. Okay then. Golly. Alright, water 1. Worm skin becomes highly vascularized, allowing absorption of oxygen, survival and transmission in water. I'm going to save it for a water 2. Water transmissions are definitely the way to go in this one. The more boats I can get on, the better. Because of always, freaking Greenland, man. Alright, here we go. Now we're starting to spread to Indonesia. Alright. I could go for air 1, but I really want to get water 2. And you'll see why. Alright, water 2. Worms develop a more flexible cell membrane, which allows them to survive at a range of depths. And now you see that water and eggs meet together to form water 3. Worm eggs gain ability to thrive in unsanitized water, greatly increasing infectivity, especially in poor countries. And it definitely gives a lot of infectivity. It's really good. Let's see. And I'm going to go in with frontal mesh. Tendrils mesh with frontal lobe, the conscious thought center, and gain ability to mentally manipulate host. And I'm going to start wanting to work my way to the top left, because that will lead to the special win condition. Alright, let's get Water 3, and I'm going to start saving up for some abilities, because now we're actually going to start spreading to colder countries. Oh, they've already spotted me. Okay. Maybe it was a bit too severe. Oh well. Hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. Okay. And pretty soon I'm going to start going for Trojan planes in a little bit. MINDFREAK, just another parasite. Scientists tell public not to worry about MINDFREAK. Although unpleasant, it does not appear to cause any symptoms in humans and will be easily cured. Are you sure about that? And they're starting to work on the cure anyway. Here we go. Alright, let's get drug level 2. And, let's see. That'll give me more severity. Okay. I could go for Air 1, and I might do that. Alternatively, I could go for this. Genetic swap. Worms are able to exchange genetic material inside host body, increasing chance of mutation. So this is kind of like viral instability. It just increases the chances of mutations happening. It's pretty handy. Let's go for... let's go for Coal 2. And, genetic hardening. Disturbing reports of MINDFREAK. Scientists prove that MINDFREAK could theoretically manipulate human thoughts to its advantage. More research is needed. God, wouldn't that be terrifying to think that if a mind control worm actually existed? That'd be freaking terrifying. I'm gonna go ahead and go with, we're gonna go ahead and get Trojan planes. Manipulation of dopamine transporters results in a form of ADHD, which encourages hosts to fly to a target country. We can upgrade that to Trojan planes too, but I don't think I'll actually need that. Alright, so here's what Trojan planes does. I've selected it, accidentally. You have a plane that pops up from an infected country, and you can send it to any country in the game. It doesn't even need to have an airport, so naturally, I'm going to go for the islands first. Greenland doesn't even have an airport, and now it's infected. Trojan planes, very, very useful. I love it. Let's go for genetic swap and get more mutations. Let's see. Mutative regeneration 1 causes more mutations. Corpse feeder. Ooh, worms drawn to corpses, increasing infectivity when corpses are present. That will be handy when we start killing people, but I don't want that yet. Alright, I'm going to go with immaturity. Hormone production altered, which causes reduction in maturity. Lower levels of hygiene increase infection. Then we get mania. Excess serotonin production triggered. Manic episodes lead to increased contact with others and inability to focus. Then we get obsession. Severe damage to orbital cortex triggers OCD, forcing host to obsess over a specific worm-related task. And aggression, which will actually give us some lethality. Hypothalamic tap causes irrational hatred and violence, especially towards authorities and uninfected. Let's go with obsession. Then we have devotion. Surges of dopamine and serotonin compel the host to constantly think about the worm and triggers intense rushes of pleasure. I'm gonna get a bit more DNA, and I'm actually gonna go for more mutation, because right now symptoms aren't really going to hurt us anymore. New obsession, avoiding parasitic worms. Reports are coming in all over the world of an extreme obsession with avoiding parasitic worms, severe measures being taken to avoid infection. Alright, now they're actually starting going for the cure. Alright. Let's go for air. And let's get Devotion. And this one to the bottom, we get Adoration. Surges of testosterone and estrogen hijack host emotions and create desire to spread infection. Really nice. Right here, though, Transcendence. Overdose of oxytocin and vasopressin forces hosts into a permanent state of worship/acceptance, treating the Neurax worm as an eternal god. This is a win condition symptom right here. If you get this and infect everyone on Earth, they will no longer work on the cure, and they will be obsessed with... They will now just want to worship the worm. I'm gonna start killing people now. Let's get some insanity up in this. And then we're going to go for Corpse Feeder. So those will go hand in hand. Because I need to start getting some lethality. Perceptive Jolt. Which one's that? That's this one. Tendrils increase brain pressure, resulting in fever, which disrupts host priorities and decision making. Ain't that fun? If I could get another Trojan plane, that'd be nice. How handy that was. Okay. What islands have not been infected yet? Let's see. New Zealand? New Zealand's good. Philippines? Okay, I think I've got all the islands. Okay. So let's get Finland. Alright, let's get Transcendence now. This will definitely cut the cure research down by a lot because they won't be focused on it anymore. There we go. And I could go on this pathway on the bottom right here. These will make it harder to cure. We get Confusion, dopamine production stimulated to cause bouts of confusion in host, harder to concentrate on complex work. I meant to get that. Oh, I got it, okay. Then we have Memory Loss. Neuratic plaques deposited on gray matter significantly impact memory and learning, very hard to cure. Infected worship MINDFREAK. People infected with MINDFREAK are reporting visions of rapture and a glorious new overlord species. Without a cure, life as we know it will be over. Yes, so look at the bottom right, you can actually see a lot of the cure research has been destroyed now. Pretty handy it is. Let's get Memory Loss. And then we're going to go for Aneurysm. Tendrils feed off blood vessels in the brain, which causes aneurysms. Can be lethal and hard to accurately diagnose. And then Aphasia. Bruised tissue causes language impairment, makes developing a cure significantly harder. Of course, these make it even harder to cure. Let's see. Who's holding on to me? Oh, Morocco's never got infected. Adrenergic constriction symptom. What is this one? Where did you come from? Oh, you came right here. Beta receptor blockers release, dampening anxiety in the host and lessening severity of allergic reactions to the worm. Okay, that's supposed to normally reduce severity. Let's go for aggression. Any countries not infected yet? Peru? Peru? How dare you hold out on me? You know what? Not anymore, Peru. Goodbye. MINDFREAK genome fully sequenced. Oh no. MINDFREAK has had its genome fully sequenced by scientists. World Health Organization researchers say that this breakthrough will help cure efforts. Killed more than Spanish flu. Let's drop their cure down just a little bit more, shall we? What is this one? Acute Encephalitis, so that's very lethal. Let's go for Apraxia. Bruised tissue causes inability to execute certain movements, reduces infectiousness, but is extremely hard to cure. Reduces infectiousness. Okay. Coma. Mature tendrils constrict the brainstem and cause a loss of consciousness in the host. Potentially fatal and significantly harder to cure. Yeah. Let's go for that one. Okay. Oh, I've got Apraxia anyway for free. Alright then. Oh, Trojan planes. Who's holding out on me? Mexico. Wait, Iceland? You're holding out on me. There we go. Mexico's kind of holding out on me a little bit. Go to Mexico. That should be it. Yeah, most of that cure research is destroyed now because all these countries are worshipping the worm. Okay, I got brain hemorrhage for free. Tendrils digest brain matter for nutrients, causing complete degeneration and rupture of the cerebral tissue. Very lethal. And I guess just to get a better score, let's go for some genetic reshuffles just to get, well, I guess just one. Just to lower the cure down even more and get a better score. Alright, as soon as every last human's infected, we win. Which country's holding on to me? Iceland. Ah, they're falling. You know what? Let's send another plane there just for good measure. And that's it. No healthy people left in the world. MINDFREAK enslaves humanity. The whole world worships MINDFREAK as their god and master. Efforts to cure the plague have ceased and humanity is entering a dark new future as a slave species. And we win. The whole world worships MINDFREAK as their god and master. Efforts to cure the plague have ceased. Okay, I already read that. There we go. That is the Neurax worm on Mega Brutal. Definitely, in my opinion, one of the easier plagues to beat Mega Brutal on, especially with that Transcendence victory. Now, alternatively, you could go for just the standard route of infecting everyone and killing everyone. That is still an option, but that is probably a lot harder to do. The Transcendence victory is definitely the way to go if you want to basically have a much faster and easier victory. And there we go. And I didn't even need any higher levels of Trojan planes. I only needed the first one. Because as more people get infected in the countries, the more often Trojan planes show up. But you can invest in more if you want them to appear even more often. Well, there we go. Neurax worm is done. So next time, join me where we do Parasite. See you all in the next video. Goodbye.